Feederism is the kink, the attraction to either wanting someone to get big and fat for you, or from my perspective, I'm the feedee. I eat and want to get bigger, specifically fatter, because it is a turn on for me. Men who not just see fat as beautiful, but see fat on themselves as beautiful.
Yo, we made it to season 1.5 of Butch Queen After Dark. Not quite season 2, but we are still in the building. And speaking of the building, as you can see, this area looks very new. And that's because I moved. I'm in a different building. I'm using a new setup. And no shade, it's been kind of messy. But that's okay. I'm so very proud of these episodes and I can't wait for you to see them. Now, before we get into the episode, I need y'all to help me grow this show. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, please subscribe to the podcast. Please also rate the podcast. 5 stars, please. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and comment. I want to talk to you. You know I'll be in them comments. And of course, share with your friends. You got friends, right? And. If you have a question, a story, a confession, something you want me to talk about, send a listener letter to butchqueenpodcast@gmail.com. Okay, y'all ready to get nasty? Let's go. Welcome back to Butch Queen After Dark. I'm your host, David Brandon, content creator, sex educator, and certified slut on a mission to normalize freaky, sex-positive conversations because they always lead to better sexual health outcomes in our community. Tonight's guest is someone very special. He is a health-conscious gainer, a go-go dancer, and Mr. IBC 2026. We'll talk all about it. Please welcome Muscle Ram. Hi.
Hey, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Normally I'm tired because of how much stuff I'll be doing, but yeah, energized.
What stuff you be doing that be making you tired?
I'm a mobile dog groomer, and so that can be
Okay.
like 12-hour days.
Yeah.
And
Lots of
also,
go ahead.
I was going to just going, right? Because I got to be up to like 2 a.m. sometimes, and that throws off my sleep schedules.
Got it. Okay, well, we're going to get into all the go-going and the dogs, apparently. We won't get into it all. But let's start with some icebreaker questions. What was one of your sexual awakenings? One that stands out.
I would say, more recent, it would have been, I'm 29 now. So it was like 2 years ago, like 2024. I was with this one guy who is like a self-proclaimed dom into BDSM. And the reason why this was a sexual awakening was because he was the first man that I ever let smack me while we were having sex.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
spit in my mouth and all that.
Okay, so he smacks you, he's spitting in your mouth. Was the smack talked about before it happened?
Yes, it was.
It was.
Yes.
Okay. How did he talk about it? How did he get you into it?
It was gradual because when we first had sex, he was not rough.
Okay.
And I kept asking him, "What are you into?" We have safe word, and also explaining to him how he was making me feel. And again, reemphasizing why I choose this one man from 2 years ago as my sexual awakening, because the level of horniness and desire that I have for him, out of the I think I've been with maybe like 12, 15 men, I want to say, throughout my 7 years of interacting with men, having sex with men, that above all men, he made me so horny.
Yeah.
And the thing about this, though, was that even though he turned me on more than any other man I've known in my entire life, I could not have romantic feelings towards him. And this was because just something about him, I don't know if it was like spiritual or just our chemistry, but, and I talked to him about this at length when I was messing with him, that I felt like something was blocking us from being able to connect on that kind of deeper level. And I told him that I think that you're shutting me out. Side note that helps give more context to this is that on his Twitter, he used to have pinned this video of this previous partner. I don't know how long ago it was, and you can't see either of them in the video, but it's like audio, and he's saying, "Wow, babe, you're not gonna dry me off." Very like sensual kind of interaction that they were in the shower or the bathroom, and the caption was, "I miss him."
Okay.
And so I talked to him about this, and I said, "You want us to date?" Because I said, especially with him, we're just having sex.
Yeah.
because I could
Yeah.
already tell like this would not work out if we actually did date. But he wanted to date
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how sometimes like actually I would say most times sex doesn't lead to romance. Like sex and romance can be two different things. They can be the same, but a lot of times they are very different. A lot of times you connect with someone romantically and not sexually, and even more often you connect with people sexually and not romantically, and that's okay. I think you have to know the difference, which you clearly do. You know you could have sex with this person, but getting d getting involved emotionally deeper than that might hurt you, right? That's not gonna be good for you.
Because I told him if we did date, our breakup would be monstrous. I already know because
Yeah,
his
yeah,
personality trait, how he communicate with me, was setting me off a bit.
yeah, and that's a great sign. How is someone having sex with you? That is a bit of their world and how they're gonna date you, right? That's you can tell from those signs on how they're treating you, so I'm glad you caught those signs early and, just had sex and let the rest go. Yeah, okay. Now what is the freakiest thing you've ever done?
Freaky is I didn't get to actually follow through on this. This would have been my third boyfriend, and I asked him to pee inside of me.
Mhm.
The reason that it didn't end up happening was because the setting is I'm riding him. I'm
Uh-huh.
bottoming, I'm doing cowboy position,
Yeah.
and he tells me, "Oh, baby, I gotta pee.
Yeah.
Like, let me I'll be back." And I'm on top, so then I use my hand, push him back onto the bed. I
Mhm.
stare at him. I just say, "Then pee."
Yeah, just go.
And
Uh-huh.
he paused. He's staring at me, "You serious?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah." Let's just do it. I've never done this before.
Yeah.
But he couldn't because you know how it works when you're so sexually aroused, the penis
Yes.
closes apart. Yeah, all that. Pons the part of the pee,
Yes.
preparation for the cum. So he could not. So I had to
Yeah.
get off of him so he could go pee.
So he can relieve himself. Yeah, it is not easy to be hard and pee, especially be hard and horny and pee at the same time. You can do it in the morning, I feel like. I've heard folks wanting to try this, and I'm like, well, when you have that morning wood and that morning pee, just do it in the morning because you're hard and you could probably pee while you're hard in the morning. But like when you're like sexually aroused, it's hard to switch that valve. It takes a lot of practice, I think, to learn how to do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So actually, I was going to ask your current sexual fantasy, but that would be your fantasy, right? To ride a boyfriend's dick and to have him pee inside.
No, that's not my fantasy.
No. Okay. What's your fantasy? Okay.
So it's hard for me to remember past fantasy, but my
Uh
current
huh.
fantasy,
Yeah.
because now that I'm a gainer, I've been a gainer, made the conscious decision to be a gainer for 2 years now.
Yes.
And my fantasy would be getting tied up, restricted,
Hmm.
little to no clothing. I say I'll just wear a jockstrap. I could be naked,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
whatever I'm feeling. And right, so I'm bound and I'm just getting fed.
Hmm.
Bit of playing to the force feeding.
Okay. Okay. So let's reel it back because we need to learn what feeding is, what gaining actually is. I think there's a lot of misconception, a lot of questions people have. So take us to your definition. What is feederism? What is gaining?
So feederism, Kabasket is the kink, the attraction to either wanting someone to get big and fat for you, or from my perspective, I'm the feedee.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what a feeder will want. As a feedee, I eat and want to get bigger, specifically fatter, because it is a turn on for me.
Okay. And when did this desire begin?
We're in April of 2026. Literally, it was April of 2024.
Ah,
And what
okay.
caused this was I've always loved bigger men, bellies, my
Hmm.
entire life.
Yeah.
And when I finally joined the gainer community, had a solid group of gainer friends
Hmm.
where I was the smallest in the room. I was sitting at
Mm.
255, around 260,
Hmm.
and I was around men who were 400 plus pounds.
Mm.
And actually experiencing in real time men who not just see fat as beautiful, but see fat on themselves as beautiful.
Hmm. Wow.
And
Yeah.
the appreciation of being fat, having a belly. And that just changed my whole perspective,
Mm.
not only about fatness, but specifically about my own body.
Yeah, yeah. That's really beautiful. Now, before 2 years ago, were you fat? What was your body type
Mm.
then, and how did it change?
So majority of my life, I have been, I believe it's called endomorph, where I'm more
Okay, yeah.
bulky, the
Yes.
track and field body. I've been a
Okay.
track athlete all of high school and then like
Okay.
going into collegiate for like 2 years. So I was like the more like fit gay, preppy looking gay.
Got it.
Um,
And then back then you were attracted to fatter men.
yes.
Okay, all right. Where do you think that came from? And I ask because so much of the world, doesn't feel that way, and we should. So I'm wondering, like, you latched onto something beautiful, right? You saw fat as beautiful, most likely at an earlier age. What was different for you, and what does the rest of society really need to learn?
Why it was different for me, there was no like turning point exactly for me. I've
Yeah,
always just loved the burliness, the
yeah,
largeness of a man.
yeah.
And I remember when I was in middle school and I didn't know how the internet worked. I didn't know how to look up porn and stuff.
Hmm.
So I was on YouTube typing
Yeah,
in like big belly men. And then
yeah.
I'd see how they title the videos. And I was like, oh, inflation, things like that. I see men posting videos on YouTube. You could never see their face, right? It was always down below. But
Hmm.
they would be wearing dress shirts and do button popping because their belly was expanding so much.
Ah, ooh,
And I
that's kind
remember
of
I
hot.
just, yeah, I remember I would just watch those videos for like hours when I
Mm.
was younger. I never understood how inflation worked at the time because they couldn't show that they're sticking it up their butt. Um,
Wait, could you explain inflation as it relates to this?
Not really. I'm not as knowledgeable about
Okay.
it.
We gonna look it up.
Yeah,
Okay, continue, continue.
yeah, but essentially, inflation has to do with air, and you would have some
Mm,
kind of like tube, usually obviously a clear tube sometimes, and some men they will stick it in their mouth, or what I've known majority of the time, they stick it up their butt
yeah.
and they slowly fill themselves with air and their stomach just expands to max capacity.
I'm I'm gagging. I've never heard of this. I have never heard of this.
You
You did
haven't?
I've never
Oh.
heard of this. This is great. And I mean, I just looked it up and you explained it just perfectly, right? Folks becoming or appearing to be filled with air, liquid or gas, causing them to expand like a balloon. Shit. Wow. Wow. You taught me something today. Okay, so do you do that as well? Are you into inflation? I know you were watching it, but now do you do that?
I don't do it. I am
Okay.
slightly curious though, because I've
Okay.
been talking with more men who do inflation.
Got it. Got it. Wow. This is so cool. Sex is so cool. It just keeps expanding. There's so much to learn. Now, as far as feederism goes, what roles are there? I know you mentioned the feeder
Mm.
and the gainer. Are there other roles or is just those two?
So in the gaining community, you have the gainer, you have people who are admirers, and that can be
Mm,
whether you're a twink or you are a chub.
mm-hmm.
Everybody's an admirer pretty much in the gainer community. We admire fatness.
Yeah.
And then you have people who are maintainers. So that can be men who started off small, who got big, or men who have always been big,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't want to gain any more weight, but they also don't want to lose weight. So they
Right.
maintain their
That's
current
right.
weight level.
Got it. Got it.
Uh, and so obviously you have the super chubs, and then what I identify as is a muscle gainer
Okay. Wait.
because
Okay.
I
So
work out.
hold on. So you said super chub, right? What weight is it? Would a super chub be, or describe a super chub?
I would say 400 and up. A
400 and
super
up
chub,
is
yeah.
super chub. Is that the big? Is that this level?
Weight wise or term wise?
Yeah. Yes.
Term wise, yeah. Weight wise, I mean, there's men who go up to 800 to 1,000 pounds,
Got it. But they're
more
still
so.
super. They're still two super chubs.
Yeah, the super chub, yeah,
Okay. Okay. And
basically.
then what's the level under that?
Oh, just chub. Just take out
Chub.
the super. Yeah. Yes. So the differentiation of the term is because I go to the gym and work out and put on muscle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because in the gaining community, it is majority men who don't work out. They just eat, get fat. You can use the term, oh, they're lazy. That's a turn on. Being labeled that, you're a pig. And yeah, explanation.
So you're saying I love this. Being told that you're lazy and that you're a pig. This is a good thing, right? In this community, this is at least for some
Yes.
people. This they want to hear that, right? They want to feel that and feel validated in that lifestyle.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. And then, is there power play in gaining feederism?
Yes. So that dynamic mainly is from the lens of the feeder, who's usually smaller, and then you have the feedee, who's obviously the fat one, the gainer. And the power dynamic there can be humiliation. So they'll feeding you. That could be hand feeding you, or it could be cam to cam, because some people
Hmm.
will do that because they can't meet in person. And they'll say like, "Oh, you've been eating a lot, like fat boy. You're such a pig." And it goes further, right? Because some men are turned on by being degraded,
Yeah.
along with
Yeah.
humiliation.
Okay. Are
Yeah,
you into that?
I'm not. I can't do degradation.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
turns me off.
Yeah. 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 I want to hear good things.
Yeah.
If someone starts degrading me, I'm be like, oh no, I gotta leave. I can't hear this. But I also understand why folks might like it, right? It is a reclaiming of power to like
Yes.
step into that role and just take it and enjoy the insults and be like, yeah, I am. Like, yes, this is who I
Yes.
am, right? It's living your truth. I love that. Um, so as far as partners for you, you mentioned having a couple, like I think you said 7 partners, something like that. Um, what
Mm.
kind of partner makes what kind of person is feeding you?
In more ways than one.
Hmm?
So I have been in 8 official relationships of, oh, we are committed. And then I would say if I include non-committing, like fuck buddy situation, verbiage, I know, censorship, F buddy
It's fine.
situation.
Oh, you can say whatever you want. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Because I know being a content creator. Okay. So I also include those when I say like 15 about, whether I was just giving head, whether we had intercourse, who was
Hmm.
jacking off. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So your question, who feeds me?
Yeah.
The journey that I've had when it comes to my sexuality and my desire for sex and partnership, I started off using sex to find love.
Hmm.
I know that gets attributed in the heterosexual world of, oh, women use sex for love and men will use love to get sex. So I would use my body to try and find a man to love me. That obviously didn't work out. How's that worked out? And then that transformed into me understanding that I am more demisexual. For those that don't know, with demisexuality, I require a emotional connection, an emotional sense of safety before I am able to have sex with the person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if I don't feel safe, my body is very closed off. The sex is not enjoyable for me because like the inside of me, phrasing it, is not welcoming to you.
Hmm. Yeah. No entry. Yeah. Cannot come in.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Is is feeding sex to you? If somebody feeds you, are you fucking them without penetration? Do you see what I'm saying?
I do, yes. And for me, I'll be very specific with my words. I'm
Sure.
not there yet to where it could be its own type of sex. For me, it's obviously very intimate. And when I'm being fed, when I think about being fed, I do get a hard on.
Hmm.
But it has not evolved into me wanting to then have sex, though.
Mm, mm. So
Uh,
it's separate from. I mean, it is sexual, but it is not sex for you. Is that right? It's not sex for you.
Not yet,
Got it. Not yet. And
because it's always possible.
do you want it to be? Is that something that you would want?
I'm neither against it nor wanting it.
Yeah.
I listen to my body, how I respond to situations, interactions,
Mm,
and I know what I'm okay with and not okay with at the time.
that's right. That's right. That's so good. I mean, it sounds like you're going with the flow of it, right? Letting it take you to places that you want to go. If you don't want to go to a certain place, you'll make a left and go to another place. And yeah, I love this journey. What do people misunderstand about this kink?
I mean, misunderstandings, more so stereotypes, but also the stereotypes and misunderstandings can be true, that it can be unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
can.
Yeah.
And that is something within the community that I wish we would talk about more as gainers. I don't believe that there is any such thing as unhealthy food. There is unhealthy amounts
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because too much of anything could be bad.
That's right.
And so misconceptions, yes, there is the lazy aspect, the wanting to eat till you are immobile, There is also a term called unhealthy gaining, a specific term,
Mm.
unhealthy gaining. I mean, needless to say, it's just getting unhealthy, developing health
And
issues.
does somebody would somebody be like, "Hey, like I'm an unhealthy gainer." Like, is that a title for somebody?
Oh, yeah. Some people
Yeah.
will
Okay.
profess that and
Yeah.
stand in
Like
that.
that's what I am. Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. And cool. I mean, this is really interesting. What would you want? Any final words on this topic? What would you want folks to know? Or actually, what would you want folks to know who want to get into gaining? What should they do? What are some obstacles they should look out for? How would you help them?
You can gain, you can get fat without it being unhealthy.
Hmm.
Like, one major issue that happens, and this happened recently, I've seen a couple fellow gainers share that they can't gain anymore because they have become diabetic. So they can't do what they love
Mm,
anymore. They can't do
mm,
the kink anymore.
yeah, yeah,
And that is my number one issue with the game community, how we don't talk more about healthy gaming and
yeah.
being mindful that just because we're gainers, we can't eat whatever we want. We can't.
That's right. That's
Your
right.
body still has its limits. Certain foods will cause health issues depending on how much you eat of it.
That's
Like
right.
for me, I prioritize carbohydrates. I carb load,
Mm,
and I do my best to stay away from processed sugars.
okay. Okay.
Besides the obviously not processed, the natural sugar, the fruits and vegetables. Like I won't have sweets or desserts for weeks, and on my one night or a couple nights, I'll have some cake or cupcake. After that, I don't do it for weeks on end.
Okay. And, and
Uh,
so tell me about the foods you really love to eat. Like if in your gaining fantasy with these men tying you up and feeding you, what is on the plate? What you eating?
Canned food, so that would be pizza, that would be burgers, wings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it literally could be anything, right? Because
Yeah,
similar to depending on how much you turn me on sexually, we can do whatever we want. You can
that's
do
right.
whatever you want.
That's
If you
right.
can tell me what to do, you can tell me what to do. And then when it comes to food, depending on how safe and connected I feel with you, the vibe we're having during the feeding session,
Mm-hmm.
you can put whatever you want on that. And
Mm.
I'll be elated.
Have you ever been surprised at what someone put in your mouth?
No, not yet. So full disclosure, I have yet to actually be hand fed.
Okay, okay, got it.
And that is because trust. I've met the
Yeah,
right person who I'm like, okay, do you want to do this with you?
yeah.
And that specifically comes from the experience of other experienced gamers where they've told me once I've hand fed, they told me that, oh, they enjoyed how I feed them. And they
Mm,
share that they've had horror stories, horror moments with
mm,
feeders
mm,
who weren't paying attention to the fact that he's still chewing. He
mm.
literally can't put any more in his mouth. You're not paying attention to him.
Oh, wow, okay.
So yeah, trying to force it in. It's like he's not done yet. You're maybe it's not.
Yeah, that sounds like abusive. Now, like you're not like in any sex session, I mean, it's not sex, but in any kink session, fetish session, you need to pay attention to your partner. You know what I'm saying? Their bodily functions. If you can't swallow, you're gonna choke. And that doesn't sound healthy at all. Yeah.
Yes. So that is the main issue that I've heard from other gamers. It's just their fears not paying attention to their body language.
Got it. Got it.
So that's why I've been selective. Have yet to meet someone where I'm like, I trust you for you to be in this vulnerable position and for you to feel me.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I really hope you find that person because you know it sounds like you deserve this. I love this journey that you're going on, especially you being demisexual too. You're going to have to find that right person, right? So it may take some trial and error, but I have confidence you're gonna find them. You're gonna find them. Okay, so talk to me about Mr. IBC 2026. First of all, what is IBC for those that don't know, and tell me about that journey.
Yeah, so IBC stands for International Bear Convergence,
Mm-hmm.
and it is held annually the third weekend of February in Palm Springs, California,
Mm-hmm.
at the Zoso Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And this past February, was my first time ever going to IBC. Um,
Really?
yes, I don't know accurately if how long they've been going. I mean, when you look online, photos date back to 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so maybe like 4 or 5 years they've been going. People would correct me. But it's a community based event. You go there, it is by fat gay men for fat gay men.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
anybody can come, right? If you're not fat, obviously, you want to enjoy the body positivity, the space, then please, by all means, join us. That they involve different club events that are going on.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Mainly, they will do pool events at the So Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just us all chilling by the pool with music, dancers, and different vendors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. And so how did you become Mr. IBC 2026? Sorry, forgive me. Did you say it was your first time going last year or this year?
this year, yes,
And then
first time.
you became a title holder your first time going?
Yeah,
how,
right.
how that
So
happen?
I think I heard about IBC on Growler
Mm-hmm.
from someone. I was like, okay, let me look this up. Found their page, and planning for the weekend, I also saw, oh, they have a Mr. IBC contest, and the description
Mm,
said that just to be your charismatic self.
mm-hmm.
And so for me, I was like, okay, cool. I can use this chance to do my first ever public cosplay
Yeah, yeah.
for a contest. And so I wore these horns that I got from Etsy, as well as these like fuzzy pants that
Mm-hmm.
mimic a ram, a satyr, a fawn, three different terms for the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I also bought these hooves, professionally made hooves off of
Mm.
Etsy as well. I get majority of my stuff from Etsy when I do
Etsy's
cosplay.
great. Yeah.
Yes. And so I also have my staff, again from Etsy, that came from Ukraine. And, I was all dressed up. And they have us meet inside the hotel first. And then we walk out to the pool area. And what Mr. IBC contest is, it's essentially a culinary contest. So they ask each contestant random questions that they just thought of on the spot to
Mm.
throw at us. And then you dance for like, do a little quick dance for 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And people cheer, like, who do they like more with answering the question, also the dances.
Yeah. How
So, yeah.
how many people competed?
I think it came out to like 10, maybe 11.
Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of people. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. So what do you do with that title? Do you gotta like go to like do charity? I don't know. What do you do with that?
Right, good question. So, no, I don't do any of that for Mr. IBC. I have become aware of how serious having a title is
Yeah.
for other groups, like the Leather Group, Mr. LA Leather Bear, if I'm saying that in the same
Mm-hmm.
right order, and other things where the competition literally will last 3 days.
Yeah.
But mine lasts 20 minutes, like 30 minutes. So yeah, I don't. There is no like, it's not. Oh, you got to get involved with this charity. You got to do whatever. Like, there's none of that from this IBC.
Got it. Okay. So I want to talk about, so we talked about IBC, right? And you dancing up there. Talk about being a go-go, specifically a go-go in your body type, because we don't see it, right? So how's that process for you? How did you even get the confidence to start doing that?
Okay, so I considered being a go-go dancer about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It aligned with my gaming journey, and that came from when I would wear a jockstrap or harness, and I would go to the club, just the Club Chub in Los Angeles.
Yep.
Club Chub is nationwide, different cities, but
Mm-hmm.
it's again for fat gay men by fat gay men,
Yep. At precinct.
and yeah, precinct in LA. And when I would dance, people would ask me like, "Oh, are you a go-go dancer?" I'm like, "No, I'm wearing typical like go gear, but I'm just dancing, doing me." And because of that commentary, it got in my head. I'm like, I could do go-going.
That's
It
right.
would be fun. I like to dance. I like to be in community. And when it came to the confidence, At first, again, this is 2 years ago, so I was like 260. I still, same type of build. What stopped me was I was like, oh, I'm not big enough to do it yet. Let me get to like 300
Mm.
pounds, like
Mm-hmm.
fill out more to
Mm-hmm.
do go. So in a way, it was like insecurity at first.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So you mentioned something really interesting that I was talking to another person that themselves fat that went to Club Chub, and they are fat. But when they got there, they realized they were like not as fat as everyone else. And they felt like, oh gosh, I'm out of place again, right? Is there like a middle ground of fatness where it's like you're not fat enough? I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to ask. Uh
No, you asked it right.
yeah. Yeah.
There isn't no middle ground, honestly. You're gonna get judged no matter what. Like, oh, you're not fat enough.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the way that your head is just distributed on your body.
Mhm. Mhm.
Those type of politics, favoritism for certain bodies, fat bodies over others. That's what it is. That's the reality. And you just have to have the confidence and do your best to not pay attention to it. If you are the type to receive that kind of commentary and how it affects you mentally, you have to just brush it off.
We're coming down to the end. I appreciate you so much. I've learned so much about gaining, feederism, all the things. Will you give people your socials so they can find you?
Yes. So you can find me. I'm only on Instagram and Blue Sky under Muscle Ram. So MUSCLERAM. On Instagram is an underscore after Muscle Ram. On Blue Sky is just Muscle Ram.
I thank you again so much. I hope to see you out in California sometime. And for now, I will say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching and or listening to Butch Queen After Dark. Again, if you enjoyed this episode, please like, rate, subscribe, do all the things. We try to make this show grow. And send your listener letters to butchqueenpodcast@gmail.com. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, stay nasty, and stay after dark.